one of the things that I hear the most is that you want to hear more about how I do my Sunday planning, my weekend planning, my planning for the next week. So I'm going to take you step by step exactly what I do every single weekend that sets us up for a more successful week. So first of all, I have 2 documents that I keep on my refrigerator that help to center my mind when I feel like a hot mess and I have no idea what I need to do next. I look at that and it keeps me on track. So first of all is my Sunday checklist. And this is something that you can just write out one time, have it on the fridge, kind of change it as you need to, but it will give you a good idea of things that will set you up for a more successful week. So it's broken down into different categories. So first of all, your home. So 2 things that are like non-negotiable that have to be done on Sundays by the time we get into Monday for us to feel like we are prepared. And so one of them is laundry, that nothing is left in the laundry baskets and we do all of our laundry. I'm not a one load a day person. I can't handle it. I would much rather start it on Saturday and try to beat myself and try to be done by Sunday so that we have all of our clothes clean for the week. The other thing is vacuum. Just seeing the lines on the carpets, knowing that nothing's on the floor, it makes us feel more at ease. And so if nothing else gets done, that gets done to prepare and just to feel better going into Monday. The other thing is food. Food is a huge thing that we prep for in the weekend so that we are ready to go through the week, so that we stick to our goals. We don't end up going through the drive-thru as often, and it's like a last-minute resort type thing. So first of all, is my groceries are ordered. My groceries are picked up, my food is prepped as much as possible, and packed up for school. So the other thing is that we plan our week with our schedule. So I do a brain dump, and this is exactly how I do it. So I sit here, and I have got my planner. It's absolutely nothing special. It's very simple. It's just got the days of the week on it. And I write out and I look at our calendar. We have a dry erase calendar, a monthly one. It's over there up on the wall, and we've got dates and appointments and life things, life group, that kind of stuff is on that calendar. And so I take that calendar and I put it into this week along with everything else. And so I kind of broke it down into 3 different categories. So one is our family life. So I write down if we have, we have maths classes and home visits and basketball games and life group. So anything that has to do with your family, any appointments, any events, everything goes on the calendar, okay? And then the second thing I put on here is our meals. What are we gonna have every day? Tell me that you didn't hear this growing up. You would come home after school and your mom would be like, what does everybody want for supper? And you're like, I don't know. I just really want to get fed. And so it was, I can empathize now as a mom and working all day and coming home. If I didn't have a plan, I can imagine how stressful that would be. And I can imagine it because that's how we lived it. And so just knowing and planning and knowing exactly what we're going to have throughout the week, exactly the side dishes, exactly the main meals, it helps to come home and not have that added stress of, oh my gosh, I've got to thaw hamburger and we don't even have buns and what are we going to have? So I take our meals from our Take Back the Kitchen meal plan that gets emailed out every Friday. So I take those meals, we pull out the ones that we know that we are gonna like. And then we try to pull out one that looks like, a little scary, a little different ingredients, because we know that we need to keep trying things and we know we need to keep experimenting with it, and we don't wanna get so caught up in what we know we like that we're not, trying different things and helping our kids to not be so picky by putting different things in front of them. But we pull out exactly what meals that we're gonna have, and that goes on here too. From that, pulling out the meals that we do, I have my computer sitting right here and I plug in exactly what we're gonna need from the grocery store. So we are lucky enough that we have Walmart for online pickup, and then we have a Dillon's here as well. And so everything that can be boxed or just grabbed off the shelf, I put into the Walmart's shopping cart, and I order our groceries to be picked up on Sunday morning. The rest of it, I open up my phone and I put I like to go into Dillon's to get our produce. I think that their quality is better. I like picking it up myself. If I'm paying for it, I want to pick out the best. And we have a tradition of every Sunday when we go do that, we get Sunday donuts. And so I opened up an app, and it's called Cozi, C-O-Z-I, and it's one that you can set up and share with your entire family. And so my husband and I, when we have things like produce that we run out of, we open up that app and we add that grocery list to it. And that can be ongoing all week. It's really super nice as you run out, open up the app, put it in there so that when you get there on Sunday morning or whenever you're gonna go get them, you're not like, oh, what do we need? And spend extra time looking. As soon as you run out, open it up and put it in there. And you can do that for the Walmart app as well for all your other groceries. Okay, so we're kind of building that grocery list throughout the week. So we pick them up from Walmart Sunday morning, we go to church. After church, we go to Dillon's, we pick out our produce, and we get our donuts. And so we've got all of the food in our house that we know we're gonna need for the week. And that helps us keep our grocery bills down because we only are getting what we know we're gonna have. And so we're not wasting produce, we're not getting excessive stuff, we're not spending extra money on things that we're not gonna eat that week. So I put that down. We know every day what we're gonna have for supper when we get home. We just start getting after it and there we go, okay? So that really has helped a lot. So again, the Sunday checklist, have it on the refrigerator and know everything that you are going to want to have done for the week. The other half of that I write down is everything that I need to do for school. So for you, it could be, I'm a teacher, and so, you know, I need to write down what do I need to do this week for classes? What do I need to prep? What events do we have going on? Do we have conferences coming up? That kind of stuff. For you, it can be your business. What business meetings do you have? What are things that you need to take to work with you? That kind of stuff. And then I also have my business. And so what are all the things that I want to get done this week for my business? So I take all the thoughts that are happening up here, I dump them out on here, and so it's just written, it's out of my brain, and it's where everybody can see. So this planner stays right here on the counter. My husband has access to it, I have access to it. We add things to it as we need to, but we're all on the same page going into the week ahead. The other piece of paper that I have on my refrigerator is our routines. And so, you know, anytime you're starting something new, anytime you're trying to do new habits, it's hard. It is absolutely hard because you're changing from what you have always done to something that's new, but it's totally worth it. And so we found that our routines, it just keeps us grounded again and sees what we want to do. And so we've got a morning routine and we've got an evening routine. And so every morning routine, it's wake up, I drink my pre-workout, I read my devotional, my journal, and then I go through a workout. Right before I leave for the day, I check what's on our meal plan. What are we having that night for supper? Do I need to get something out of the freezer so it can start thawing? And then we go throughout our day. Evening routine is, we try to stick to this one. This is one we're not good at yet. Cleaning one thing a day. So Mondays, we like it to be the kitchen, and then bathrooms, and then vacuum, and then dust and windows, and then you know, Sundays are laundry. Sometimes that happens like that, sometimes it does not. But it's nice to have a plan. For if we do have a little bit extra time, the kids go to bed and we're like, okay, let's just knock this out, right? 3 things to do for tomorrow. So I get out my journal and I'm like, okay, from what happened today, what are 3 things, just 3 things that I need to put on my to-do list for tomorrow that absolutely need to get done tomorrow? And those are the first 3 things that I do. We try to do the things first that you don't want to do, so you get it done and you don't keep procrastinating it. So don't put all 10 things that you want to get done. Pick 3, the 3 most important, and do it. Clearing out the sink, doing dishes, making sure my reading materials are set up for the next morning, so it's downstairs where I read my Bible, where I read my devotional, making sure that they are ready to go. Water bottles, shoes and socks, clothing set out so that when I get up in the morning, it takes 1 minute to get ready and get downstairs. My phone left right here in the kitchen, charging if it needs to, and then bed by 10. And so when you write these things down, you write your intentions down, you put them where you will see them often, it will help you to stay in it, stay committed to it, and keep that promise you've made to yourself. So those are the 2 things that we really like to have on the refrigerator that we're seeing very often. And then again, we've got everything written down. So the last thing I want to tell you is, as far as our foods for breakfast and lunches, or for my lunches, I do things that I can take in bulk. So I pack it up on Sunday night or Monday morning if it's a lot. I put it in my bag and I take it all for the entire week to school with me on Monday. I found if it's individual days and I'm left to remember it that morning, I leave it at home. And then I'm stuck at school, I have nothing to eat. It leads me to being hangry. It leads me to grabbing things that I don't necessarily want to be eating, but I am eating because I'm so hungry. And so being able to do that and have it there all week has been a life changer. So I really hope this helps. Again, you don't need any specific planner. You do what works for you, but dump it out there. It won't take, at first it might take 30 minutes. You'll get better and better and better and quicker, then it's nothing. But 10 minutes of planning will lead to hours of savings later on in the week.